Greetings and welcome to the Our Essence of Serenity's YouTube channel. And if you're listening to us on Instagram and TikTok, welcome to you as well. And as always, a special welcome back to our OEOS Tribe. I wanted to go ahead and just dive into the energy of December 2023. First, I'm being told to make sure that I say this. Thank you to everyone that listens to not just my monthly readings, but as well as other videos that we put out. Our goal is to reach those who we're supposed to reach. And I truly feel like we are. And not only are we already reaching those who we're supposed to reach, but we're going to reach even more people. So I just want to take this time to make sure that I'm expressing gratitude. I know a lot of times when I get on here and I do these videos, I just go right into the video and I never take that time to make sure that I'm acknowledging those who are watching and showing how grateful that I am for those that we've been able to reach and that we've been able to assist. This channel is meant to assist people on their spiritual journey. As we're growing, we want to help others grow. We want to do our part. So I truly do thank everyone. So does my husband. If you're listening to this video for the first time, this channel is not just my channel, but it's also my husband's channel. So be sure to make sure that you go on to explore the rest of our YouTube videos, and you'll also see content that my husband posts. And then if you go some years back, you'll also see video content that we also post together. But let's go ahead and get into this energy for December of 2023. One of the things that I'm picking up when it comes to the ladies is that I'm being told for us this month, and who knows, it may be December as well, but we're just focusing on this month. I'm being told for us to rest in our feminine energy. And I don't know about most women, but I can speak for myself and a few others that I know. Sometimes doing that, it can be difficult when you're dealing with day-to-day stuff, because a lot of things that come up in life, we feel like we have to attack it in an aggressive way, because it can be so intense, some of the things that come up, until when you stop and think about it, sometimes it's hard to be able to rest in your feminine energy as you're navigating through this life. But I'm being told that it's a challenge. It's meant to be a challenge in the beginning for us to, even enduring the things that we endure when it comes to life, us making sure that we're able to know how to go into our feminine energy and be at peace in that energy regardless of what's going on. And one of the things that I'm seeing, it's like looking at a woman who's with child. Regardless of what she goes through throughout those 9 months that she's pregnant, she's still in her feminine energy, whether she knows it or not, because her body is doing what feminine energy does, and that's give life. So that's something that was revealed to me in this reading, for us to make sure that we're resting in that feminine energy, resting in that softness. Feminine energy does not mean weakness. It does not mean that to be passive. It's actually the complete opposite of being weak. Because like I said, we endure situations that we feel like, okay, this is a situation where I need to be aggressive, or I need to operate more in my masculine energy. And some of those situations actually turn out better and for the better of us when we actually operate from our feminine energy. So I can't tell women in general what that looks like for them, because every woman's feminine energy looks different. But like I've said before in my previous video, when it comes to when it was about the video about suppressed trauma, how to release that suppressed trauma, that's where your spirit guides, your ancestors, your higher self comes into place. Go to them, the source. And when I say the source, most high, God, whatever you call the source, go to them and ask, okay, show me what my feminine energy looks like. And just wait on the answer. Pay attention to signs and stuff that's going to come across your path that'll be able to assist you in you seeing what your feminine energy looks like. And then it may not be signs or anything. You may just notice that you're starting to change. You're starting to embrace things, or things that once was serving you on your path, you're no longer utilizing those things. Like you're releasing those things, and you're ushering in newness. So another thing that I'm being told, and this is for men and women, take this month to focus on what you are wanting to manifest moving forward. As I've said before, when it comes to the springtime is a time where you're able to see those things that you manifest come into bloom. So I know for a lot of people, though, we will be approaching the winter months this month. So it can be a very depressing time. And sometimes when you're depressed, you're not really in the headspace of manifesting anything. It's more so just being stuck in the headspace of thinking about your problems and feeling down. So take this time, especially when you're in those moments, because I feel like when we're in those moments, it's meant for us to not just sit there and be depressed, but figure out what's going on, because whatever is going on is playing as a hindrance to you manifesting the things that you need to manifest. Like, especially if you're depressed because you're not happy with where your life is, versus sitting in those moments of just feeling down and being upset and beating yourself up. Take those moments to be like, okay, well, why am I feeling this way? What's going on? What can I do to change it? If it's something that I can't change, how can I embrace this so that it's not something that's holding me back, so that I can move forward on my path? Trust me, I come on here and I do these videos, but these videos actually help me, because some of this stuff is stuff that I struggle with. And I don't want to say some, like it's only a little bit, like that's more so like a lack of better words when it comes to saying some of this stuff. But let's just say that I have to go back to my videos often and have to remind myself of these things, because just like anybody else, even though I get on here and I do these, I don't like to say predictions, but sometimes I do find myself saying video predictions, but I do these readings, and it's like, just as I'm giving this message to y'all, this message is being given to me to apply to my life as well. So we have to remember that versus us sitting in a space of, oh, I'm depressed, I'm upset, like, take that time to do the work. And it can be so hard, but at the same time, remind yourself this is happening for a reason. I feel like anytime we're coming up against the most opposition, sometimes that can mean that it's because it's something on the other side that something is trying to keep you from getting to, because it's very massive. It's going to be very groundbreaking for you. So just take this time. Like I say, even though this can be a very depressing time for a lot of people, take this time to be like, okay, I'm feeling this way for a reason. Let me get to the root of it, and let me put things in place so that maybe next year I don't have to revisit these emotions and these feelings and these situations. Also, just remember, I know at this time, it can be a reminder of the people that we've lost, that have transitioned on. Take this time also to remind yourself that you're not alone. Sometimes I used to tell people, you can be in a room full of people and you can still feel alone, because it's not always about the company that we keep outside of ourselves, but the company that we keep inward. So just remember that you're not alone. I know sometimes those of us who have people that we can go to and we can talk to, we tend to forget about the ones who don't have that. Like, there's people that don't have anyone. And my thing to people who, if that's something that you're dealing with and you want that to change, because sometimes people, they just want to be to themselves. They don't want anyone around them. But for those who do desire to be able to have those connections with other people, it's just like I said in the beginning of this video. Go to your spirit guides, go to your ancestors, go to your higher self, go to the source, and let them know what you want. Tell them the connections that you want to have with people, and just watch that manifest. But in the meantime, know that you're not alone, because just like we're able to interact and see people in the physical, people tend to forget that there's so many things that you can't see that's around you, keeping you company. And one is your ancestors. And when you start to build a relationship with your ancestors, for some people, they are able to see their ancestors depending on their gift. But even if you can't see your ancestors, you will feel them. I've been sitting in a room, especially in our spiritual room, and I may be thinking about my ancestors, or I may be calling upon my ancestors, and literally it's like I can feel the room become jam-packed with my ancestors. Another thing is that I'm being told is for us to set our sights higher. Sometimes when we know which way a situation is about to go, or sometimes when we don't know, it's like the unknown, but we're manifesting something. Sometimes we can set our sights lower than what we really should be. It's like we lowball ourselves. So it's like while we're manifesting, we think we're manifesting something massive, and we're actually manifesting the bare minimum. So remember, when it comes to situations and you manifesting, do not manifest based off of logicality. Logic can always get in the way when it comes to spirituality. Because if you think of certain situations that have manifested in your life and how it manifested, you're like, man, back when this was something that I wanted to happen, I couldn't have fathomed that it would happen this way. Like if someone was to tell me, okay, so you know that this is going to happen, but if they gave you like a multiple choice test and was like, pick which way you think this would happen, some people will find that they will pick the one that makes sense logically, when it's really the one that you never would have thought that it would have been the way in which this or that manifests when it comes to your path. So remember to set your sights higher. So at this time, I hope that this video has been of assistance to the person who's listening to this video. I hope that you're able to take the messages that were given in this video and that it is able to assist you moving forward through this month. I also want to remind everyone that we do make handcrafted high vibrational jewelry. So if you go over to our website, www.ouressenceofserenity.net, you will be able to see those pieces as well as so many other things that we have on our website. We also write blogs, so be sure to check those out. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Also, like this video, share this video, because you never know who this is meant to reach and you don't want to get in the way of them receiving this message. Also, comment your thoughts down below. And until next time, you all take care.